I'm a third-generation college student. I remember very fondly growing up as a kid, my granddad talking about being a member of Phi Delta Theta fraternity back in the 1920s. A couple of months ago, Mom went to an event where she was given a 50-year pin for being a member of Tri Delta. Well, my brother and I, when we were thinking about going off to college, there was really no doubt in our mind that we were going to join a Greek organization. And he and I are very proud members of Sigma Nu fraternity. When I think about the three things in life that have really made me into the man that I am today, I call it the three F's. It's faith, family, and my fraternity. They've all taught me values, beliefs, things that are very important and very real to me. But they've also taught me things that I've learned from, things that I question, things that I've challenged. I've disappointed family, family's disappointed me, I've questioned my faith, and I certainly question a lot of the things that we face as fraternity men and sorority women. My sophomore year of my undergraduate days, we had a very unfortunate experience that occurred in my fraternity. The death of my fraternity little brother that happened winter break, 2 hours away from campus. Very life-changing event for me. About 2.5 months after that, we experienced another death in that pledge class. And those two events together really caused me as a student leader on campus to challenge our traditions, our beliefs, our values, and it really caused me to think outside of the box. And as a result, I was elected to be a student leader within our Greek Community Council and began to change a lot of things as an undergraduate student. Following graduation, I began my professional business career, building my business base and getting out into the business community, but yet I struggled very much with what happened as an undergraduate. And I decided I really needed to give back. I needed to share my personal story. I needed to share my experience, and with the hope and the intent that today's fraternity men and sorority women would be able to take a piece of our story away and change their campus culture, change their campus environment, and step up to be the leader they need to be to eradicate hazing from campus. Hazed and Confused is a very interesting presentation. It's very unique. It's my personal story, my personal experience, and when I get up on stage, I begin to ask students questions. They're raising their hands, they're looking at me, they're like, who's this guy? You know, they're looking at their phones, they're texting, they're doing all this, and I ask that final question, that one that just drives the point home. Right there at the beginning, the students are engaged. We actually then go through mock hazing stuff that I went through as an undergraduate. Students are looking at me and they're like, this dude's crazy. He's hazing, he's cussing, he's doing all this kind of crazy stuff. And the kids they're engaged. They're with it. They're excited about it. And then we talk about the death. And then we talk about the second death. And when the men and women in that audience are watching me on stage, it gets so quiet in there you can hear a pin drop. And we conclude Hazed and Confused with the ideas, the potential tools that they can use as student leaders that they can take into their environment and change their culture. I feel like with Hazed and Confused that I'm making a difference. I feel like I'm helping students, and in return helping students change their culture in their fraternity or their sorority. And I think the true secret to my success is following the presentation, the follow-up that I have with students after I leave campus. I got an email one time, and the guy said, as a result of your presentation, we ended hazing in my chapter, and we totally cleaned up our act. Recruitment's up, finances are better, grades are better. As a result, we do not have a hazing chapter. Ultimately, I'd like students to walk out of Hazed and Confused thinking about a lot of different things. First thing I'd like for them to do is examine their culture. What decisions are they making within their chapter, within their community, and examine that environment and community in terms of student leaders. I'm not talking about the ISC president or the NPHC president. I'm talking about the leader of the hazing activities, the person that is impacting the chapter in a negative way. And what I want the students to be able to walk away with are the tools that they can potentially utilize in their own leadership process of how to take corrective action with that person. I'm passionate about Hazed and Confused because, first, I believe in today's college students. They're a wonderful group of people, but like us, they have challenges. They're facing things, they need to hear somebody's story. They need to hear, yep, he went through it, yep, she went through it. How do we correct it? And that's really why I'm in it, because I want them to know, I've been there, I've done it, and here's how you can change. A lot of people listen to my voice and they hear Southern. A lot of people look at me and they think Southeastern Conference, button down, polo, all that kind of stuff. But honestly, folks, I can fit into any type of market. Fraternity, sorority, different Greek councils, NPHC, all different types of groups. Basically, the story's the same. It's all about brotherhood. It's all about sisterhood. It's all about the right values and belief systems. And I can address that with all different types of audiences.